Hello everyone, and welcome to REINAMOE's DIY and It Designs. Tonight I was inspired to do two things. So this is going to be a multiple part video. I'm not really sure how many parts I'm going to make it, but I wanted to create a longer centerpiece that was clear. And then I also thought, a mirrored box would be gorgeous as well. But I don't want your basic 5x5 mirrored box. I'd actually like one that's 2 to 3 feet long. So that inspired me to go to my local hardware store, which was Lowe's. We also have Home Depot here. And so I found some plexiglass sheets that were 30 inches by 36 inches. And I decided, okay, well, I will make it more manageable by having it cut into 6 5-inch pieces that are 5 by 30. So that's what I have here. I also had some mirrored sheets cut the same way, and like you can see that's the sticker from the mirrored sheet. So what we're gonna do is work on the acrylic box first. So like I said, I had them cut me 6 sheets that were 5 by 30. So that's what this is. These are 3 of them. I've already created one box, so I'll show you what that looks like at the end. And then for the end pieces, I had them cut me some squares that are 5 by 5, which will be on the end cap. So these are going to be some nice long rectangular boxes. Now, if you decide that you want them 24 inches, which would be 2 feet, or 12 inches, which is 1 feet, or you want it to be 6 foot and have it cut at like 72 inches, you can do that because they have all different size sheets of the plexiglass, and I'm sure they also have it in mirror. You just have to ask them and give them the measurements that you want. So what I'm gonna do, these plexiglass come protected with these films, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the film off of all 3 of the sheets panels that I have here, and then we're gonna come back. Okay, so now I have removed all of the film off of all 3 sheets. So I have a bottom and I have 2 sides. And now for the other 2 sides, I'm gonna remove the film off of 2 of these sheets. So here are the 2 sheets of plexiglass that are 5 by 5 that I have already removed the film off of. Now I know you were probably thinking why that makes no sense, that these plexiglass sheets were going to be clear acrylic and the 2 end ones were going to be milky white. That just happened to be the color of the film that they used on that. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and I'll need to tape these together as I am using the sealant that I'm using. Now, my inspiration is for boxes that are waterproof because I actually want to do a real floral arrangement with fresh flowers for you ladies and gentlemen. And so in order to do that, I decided to use this 100% waterproof window, door, and trim sealant that's silicone based, made by DAP. So what you do when you buy this tube, it comes uncut basically. And what I've done is I've taken a blade and just at an angle, I have cut off the tip to give it the size angle that I actually need to put a nice caulking through these seams. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start assembling the box using the caulking, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so here I sped everything up and I'm talking with my baby girl, asking her if she wants to come inside of the camera for a little bit. She tells me no, and I roll my eyes. But this is a little bit of a blooper reel since this is a update on this particular tutorial. So here I'm just playing with it, basically getting my sides together, making sure everything measures like it should, preparing to go ahead and use the painter's tape to help secure it so I can caulk it. And here, baby girl actually is in the film, but you don't get to see her face. I'm not sure what was going on during this time, but we were talking about it, and she was just adjusting the camera and everything, and we're just joking around, having a good time while I work on this project. One of my favorite projects.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna flip up the size of the box. It's gonna sound like it's cracking, but that's just the tape moving. Okay, so now one side is up, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Actually, on the other side, I want this side to be the bottom. So let me just redo this. When they cut the acrylic, sometimes it looks kind of chippy on the edge. So for that reason, I like to make sure that that is the side that is down. And so there. Now I have both sides up. And now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, sorry about that major hair flippage, guys. I wanted to do something different with my natural hair, give it a different protective style. I had these braids installed, and this is only the, what, 4th time in my life that I've ever gotten braids, so I'm sorry about that. So now I'm going to put the 5" by 5" squares on the ends and secure that with tape, and then I will begin to adhere the, well, actually just seal all of my seams with the DAP, and when we come back I'll show you what it looks like. So now I'm taking the DAP and I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the seams. So what I like to do is just start in the corner, because that makes more sense to me, and then I work my way down, filling in the seams where the tape is. And then I just go all the way down. And try and do this as smoothly as possible, because again, remember, I want to make this watertight. And so while I'm finishing filling in these seams, we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. After you remove all of the tape, once the DAP has dried, this is what your final project is going to look like. I did a water test where I poured water in here to see if I had any leaks, because I want to do a fresh floral arrangement in this box, and I did have a leak. So I went ahead and I applied more DAP to cover those 3 little pinholes that were left, and I left it to dry for 24 hours, tested it again, and it is fine. So I know that this is a waterproof box that I can use for whatever project it is that I have, and if it happens to include fresh flowers and water, I know that it'll be able to pass the test. So as you can see, whenever you're working with that DAP, you want to try and work as cleanly as possible, because there's a little film of residue. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to clean that up, because I can take a little bit of soapy water and get that cleaned up, and a little elbow grease. And then this box is going to be perfect. I also happen to have some ribbon that is rhinestone encrusted that I purchased a while back from Hobby Lobby that I might use to kind of embellish the top, because you know I do enjoy my bling, but I'm going to think about that. And then the second part of this project will be the actual arrangement that I'm going to do, a floral display, and I might even include some candles, and it's going to be really pretty once I get what's up here in here. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. I really want to thank everyone that has been subscribing. I have 600 subscribers now, and I am just elated about it, and that's one of the main reasons why I was inspired to do something that was just like really kind of over the top by not using any artificial flowers. But once I put this project together, the next video that I do with the fresh flowers, that's going to be my big thank you to all of my subscribers. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and comment, and I'd like you to share it. If there's anyone that you know that's getting married, having an event, an anniversary, whatever, share it. Get that knowledge of simple little DIYs that don't cost a whole lot of money but look so exquisitely elegant. I just want to get it out there to everybody, because this project for 2 boxes is going to cost less than $50. The one sheet of the plexiglass was $22. $22. And so you're getting 2 boxes out of that. Then of course you had to buy the tape and the DAP for it, but something like this would, purchased in retail, you know, would cost hundreds of dollars. And that's ridiculous when a person can actually create it with a little bit of ingenuity and a little bit of inspiration going to your simple hardware store. So I'm sorry, I always get really wordy, but I just really enjoy doing this. I am ecstatic that you guys are enjoying seeing me do this, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.